Yeah, 2016 has been nothing but craziness so far. It's only, what's the date today? February 1st. Yeah, it's been beyond crazy. I've been MIA from YouTube for a little bit, MIA from Instagram for a little bit. We got hit super hard on Thanksgiving. Our Black Friday, we didn't even have a sale. We just launched our new fall items. It was the biggest launch we've had yet. And, you know, it's a good problem to have, but, you know, we weren't staffed for it. We weren't ready for it. We didn't know that sales were going to be that high. I mean, we sold out of a couple hundred joggers within the first 10 minutes, and, you know, with only having a team of 3 to 5 people, it's super, super hard to do. You know, customers getting upset that they have to wait a week or not, and, you know, I would be too as a consumer. So we've been, you know, catching up the past couple of weeks, past couple of months. Everything's finally laid out for 2016. I mean, it's been planned and laid out for 2016, but we're fine-tuning a lot of the designs, a lot of the specs, a lot of the new products that we're launching. The biggest goal for 2016 for us is to separate ourselves in the marketplace. I don't want people comparing Modus Apparel to all of our competitors. I don't want, you know, other CEOs and other business owners who who I'm friends with or look up to, or we shoot ideas back and forth. I don't want them thinking we're stepping on their toes, and I don't want there to be any confusion. I want to be nothing but innovative. I want our products to be some of the sleekest items on the market. We're working with our manufacturers to actually get some very exclusive material, and we're actually trying to buy all of it so no one else can purchase it, but we'll see. It's kind of a lot. But yeah, 2016 is going to be a huge year for us, but it's going to be a huge hurdle too, in the sense of, you know, we're just bringing a ton of new staff on the team. It's all new products, all new styles. You know, we're close to already maxing out our warehouse. We've only been here for 5 months, 6 months, so we're already looking at new warehouse space. But yeah, it's definitely been a journey, and we haven't even hit a year yet. Where we're at right now is definitely a lot better than what our sales forecasting was when we first launched Modus. But yeah, it's hectic. I'm not gonna lie. Everyone always asks me about you know, being an entrepreneur and, oh, life's this, life's that. You know, I hate to tell you, but it's not all, you know, IG, everyone's happy, you know, it's motivating, but it's hard fucking work. You know, and you know, I've countless, and I'm so sorry for not getting back to you, I have countless messages on people wanting help, or how to become an entrepreneur, how to start your own business. My greatest piece of advice, without being able to message each and every one of you back, is research, research, research. Google is your best friend. The internet is your best friend. If a guy like me, without a college degree, you know, I'm a hustler, but without a college degree, I never graduated college. You know, I went the entrepreneur route. I dropped out, you know, when I had my second business in college. Don't regret a thing. But the biggest piece of, the biggest knowledge or tip I have for you is research. You know, if a guy like me can research his ass off and start multiple businesses and have them be successful, you can too. I'm not up here and you guys are down here. I'm a normal, you know, 27-year-old dude that just has a crazy ass hustle mentality. You know, I'm just a hustler. I'm a go-getter. That's the only difference. It's not that, you know, everyone puts their pant leg on the same way every day. Everyone is the same type of person. It's how you go about your day that, you know, separates you from the rest. So that's my biggest tip for you guys. But yeah, you know, the biggest hurdle I've had in the past couple of months is taking on way too much. When you're the CEO of a company, it doesn't mean that you have this glossy title. It doesn't mean that you are up here and everyone else is down here. That's not what it means at all. The CEO is basically covering any angle that needs to be angled. If you need to be a web designer for the day, if you need to be a photographer for the day because you can't afford one. Like, when we started Modus, like, Jordan, Skylar, and I were every hat, and up until a month ago, it was Skylar and I running the entire business. Like, every picture, every angle of a business, whether it's photography, social media, legal, whatever it is, we were handling the majority of it until bringing staff on board. So, you know, the biggest hurdle I've come across is delegating, being able to trust people to handle a job, not thinking that they can't do it as good as me, but taking the time to teach them. You know, it's a hurdle for a lot of CEOs and a lot of founders of companies to let their baby go and let other people, run with it. But I have a personal assistant now. She's absolutely phenomenal. Finishes work before it's even due. So she's pretty good. We have full-time photographer, full-time videographer. We have full-time warehouse worker, and I'll show you the warehouse in a little bit. But yeah, we're definitely expanding and scaling at the rate we need to. And it's not so much bringing tons and tons of ambassadors and athletes on which we are. We're actually bringing quite a few talented people on board, but it's more so the core of the business. I want to scale this and have this be a 10 to 20 employee business by the end of 2016. That's a goal I have, where I can bring a lot of friends and a lot of motivated individuals on board and actually pay them for something that they love doing and being a part of a vision that they absolutely love doing. So 2016 is going to be a big year for us, and I'm super excited. I'll try to share a little bit of the roadmap a little bit later today, as far as like meet and greets, expos. A lot of people have been asking, why we weren't at LA Fit Expo, why we're not going to be at the Arnold. And to tell you the truth, guys, we're not at the point right now, not even financially, but we're not at the point right now as a company to do large expos, because we're not going to do a half-ass booth. I'm not going to buy a 10 by 10 and have a little tent up, because that's not us. If I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it 100%. And we weren't at the point, for LA Fit Expo or even the Arnold, because I'm focusing more on spending our funds on garments and getting premium type quality products. Whereas, this garment we just created is fully custom made by us. The material, the fabric, the stitching, how it sits, the tapered fit, that's what gets me going, more so than doing an expo and, not so much showing off. But yeah, an expo is great because I love meeting you guys and I love hearing your guys' stories. But I think you guys would appreciate high-end premium garments versus, doing 4 or 5 meet and greets a year versus awesome products and doing 1 or 2 meet and greets per year. So we're working on that. Once we have a larger team, we're going to start hitting expos like crazy, but we haven't even hit our year yet. And like I said, garments and separating ourselves in the marketplace from all of the competitors that are in the athleisure activewear market is my #1 goal. Customer experience and customer service is right there with it. We're focusing on how we can make the overall customer experience better, from when they hear about Modus all the way until checkout. If they didn't check out, why didn't they check out? I want to know everything there is to know what our consumers are thinking and offering them the best products on the market. Then is when we get to the meet and greets and expos. So I do apologize that, I had a lot of messages on, they saw Modus at the expo, they wish we were there. I'm so sorry, but we're a very small team still, we have 20 athletes and ambassadors, but the core team is still very small. So if we take a weekend off, packages aren't getting done, work isn't getting done. So it's something that, we're waiting to show you guys a few surprises towards the end of the year. So, yeah, so one of the best tips I have for any entrepreneurs or people that are trying to start their own businesses, something I have actually faced quite a bit, a lot with is recently, past 6 months, I put myself in this work bubble. I don't have an outside life. Friends get upset because I can't hang out or, can't go out with them or go to dinner with them. And what you don't want to do is you don't want to seclude yourself from the outside world. Have a sick hustler mentality and continue to keep working. But I've recently created a bubble around my life, and all I want to do is work. I got sick with mono, was almost in the hospital. I got sick again last week. You're not Superman, and I'm not Superman, or Superwoman, guy, girl. And that's something I've realized is you have to take care of your body, you have to take care of your health. That's why, gym and nutrition is very high on my list. That's my scapegoat. But the biggest thing is you don't want to start a business and all of a sudden, get a ton of people believing in you and, waiting to see what you come up with, and then you just go off the radar and all you do is focus on work. So the biggest, recommendation I have is find that perfect balance, between your normal life and your work life. And being an entrepreneur, or owning your own businesses, I'm on call 24/7. So honestly, I don't even like getting drunk or going out. I'll go out to the club with a few friends here and there, but you'll never see me shit-faced. You'll never see me off my game, because something could happen, in New York, which is ahead of time, or something can happen, overseas where a manufacturer needs to get a hold of me and the time frames are completely different. if something happens, I look at myself like I'm a doctor. Although I'm not a doctor, but I view my life as one, whereas I'm on call 24/7. You know, I always want to be on my A game. But with that being said, you do want to separate your personal life and your business life. Otherwise, you're just going to end up going crazy. You know, and friends are, you know, going to not want to be friends with you if you just focus on IG and growing your brand, stuff like that, you know, because they are your support system also. So biggest recommendation is, you know, continue that hustler mentality, but also have your personal life too. You need to have a personal life outside of work. You can still hang out with work people, but the biggest, you know, I thought for the longest time, you can't have a girlfriend. You know, you can't go out and have fun. You can't do all these certain things while you have a brand. That's totally not the case, you know. You just have to find the right person and the right people to surround yourself with, and anything's possible, so. Just to show you guys some examples, we're coming out with a full new custom premium men's line, which they're made from scratch by us. Materials, fabrics, stitching, labels, everything. There's not going to be one person on this planet that has these type of garments. I can assure you that. Multiple colorways, same thing. Showing what materials go where. Shows a little cool clip. Probably shouldn't be showing you these, but I will. New women's seamless 3D knit tanks coming out. New guys tanks coming out. All made from scratch. Full new line of guys tees coming out. Completely different from anything we've done before. The cut and sew is different. Everything is measured and created from scratch. A lot of the t-shirts we've used thus far have been from, you know, already created manufacturers, but everything we're doing with these type of lines are all made from scratch.